Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 135 of This Week at Shrouded. I'm your host, A Greener, and with me today is Mr. Rect once again. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about Destiny today. We're going to be talking about Renegades, some of our favorite weapons in Renegades, some other stuff, the Marathon vid doc, and then whatever's in the TWID, which I don't think was really that much, but we'll talk about it anyway. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be totally tubular. But let's get into it. Get started with... That's right. It's our first podcast after the 15th. That means we have to announce the winners of our monthly draws. Now, you may be new to the podcast or new to the stream or new to wherever you're watching. If that's the case, every month we give away 3 different things. One reward is 6,000 silver. The other is an SGC Premium Hoodie. And the other is an SGC Ice Shaker straight from Advanced GG. So, yeah. With no further delay, our winners this month for the 6,000 monthly silver is tribaldraugr. Congratulations.
Nice. Congrats, Tribal.
Our hoodie is going out to averagegamergrl. Congratulations.
Nice,
and our shaker is going to the one and only Slenderman himself, Mr. Rect.
Hey, that's me. Haha. With those last minute tickets.
Yeah, probably. You did have the most out of everyone, though, at the end.
I was just sitting on 8 million loyalty points, so I just burned them as fast as the website would let me do it.
Yeah. So, if you're wondering how to enter these draws, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If you're already in the SGC, we've got a lot of active bounties that you can do in game, do in the community, earns you loyalty points. Watching the streams earns you loyalty points. Lots of giveaways on stream for loyalty points, just loyalty points, basically for hanging out, doing community stuff with the SGC, playing Destiny, and watching some streams. So, and then you can go in and you can buy tickets for the giveaways that we host monthly. You can buy other things in there too. There's Steam games, Discord roles, some other stuff. Check it out. If you're not in the community, well, you got to join our community, shroudedgaming.com/discord. And come in, play some Destiny with us, have some fun, earn some loyalty points, win some rewards, and at the end of the day, go home and be happy and have friends to play Destiny with and enjoy your time with the SGC. Boom. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right. So now that the winners are out of the way, we're going to talk about some Destiny.
All right. What are we starting with?
Should we start with the thingies or should we start with the TWID?
All right. Well, let's start with Equilibrium, since that's the big thing.
Oh, that is new, isn't it? All right. Yeah. We're going to talk about Equilibrium. I have. Yes. I know. Mind-boggling. But I have done the entire dungeon. It is very easy, in my opinion. Don't take that wrong. Please. Contest mode wasn't necessarily, even though we had quite a few people complete it. But I did see a lot of people complaining about it. I did not try contest mode, even though I was supposed to. I just totally forgot. I had made plans with people while on stream to do contest mode. And then I just didn't remember. So that was Templar, Renegade, and Valspar, by the way. And I just whiffed. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
What a loser.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I was playing Equilibrium on stream on Monday morning, normal mode with Fallen and Gamer Girl. And Templar came in and he's like, I guess we weren't good enough. And I was like, what? And that's when it all clicked in. And I was like, oh, shit. I totally forgot. Anyway,
a lot of people are saying the contest dungeon was one of the easiest we've ever had. And if you're keyed in on what the damage strats were, it's actually not difficult. There are a couple of damage strats that don't require a crazy amount of swapping or whatever. They would get you right through Harrow and then right through Final. Especially Controverse holds with magnetic grenades, because there's some weird damage chunking going on right now when you charge a magnetic grenade with controversy hold. There are some people that saying the winning team, Team Toasty, shouldn't get the win because they were using that strat, and it's basically people are calling it basically cheating because it kind of simulates what net limiting does, even though nobody was net limiting. It's just how the grenade is functioning right now. I'm on the quiet side, huh? I just need to get right back on the mic. Makes for some really good audio. How you doing, listeners?
Okay, so
I didn't realize you were getting an ASMR stream.
I have to ask though. You said once people were locked into the strats or whatever it was, but all I saw a lot of content creators complaining on Twitter that they couldn't get past the damage checks. So why weren't they just hopping on these controversies strats?
Well, it takes a little bit of time for the proper strats to come out, right?
That we all saw 2 hours into the dungeon race.
Well, I mean, yeah, you had a team clear, but a lot of people cleared after that. While tech was being set up, like all the big teams, they cleared within a few hours, right? You know, at most 5 or 6 hours to get everything done. But the dungeon itself was cleared in 1 hour and 56 minutes.
Yeah,
right.
I know that, but I heard I don't know how many clears were there. Hold on, I thought it was low because people couldn't do it. Am I just making it up?
I don't think it's low.
How many contest clears for equilibrium? Where can you even look that up, I guess? Dungeon report? Do they have that information? Maybe. I'll look it up while we talk about it. But world's first leaderboards on contest mode. Oh, it's not showing me anything. Never mind. This is fun. Well, maybe we don't know. Oh, you know what? It's we had this problem in the API where we didn't have anybody's community player of the week points.
Yeah, the PGs, the way that we figured out how many people had done it in Shrouded was looking at who had the emblems.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Emblem collector. No, not that one. Emblem report. All right, what's the name of the emblem? Do you know? Does anyone know? Chat, do you know? I can know. What is the name of the equilibrium contest emblem?
Dredgen's Descent, maybe?
Oh, AI is trying to give me the answer. Dredgen's Descent, it says. That's crazy. AI is so smart. So smart, chat.
Yeah, it's Dredgen's Descent.
Why isn't it coming up? Holy moly. This game is trolling me. Dread. Yeah, it doesn't come up.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? The other one didn't come up either, but I can try. To find it this way. That's not in here at all. That's wild. Why does it hate me?
Listed in there. It's not currently listed in emblem reports. Regular emblems.
Yeah. Dredgen Descent. Okay, well, it's in Emblem Collector, but he puts this in manually, so.
I mean, it's still showing as not Yeah, it's showing up on.
Well, we did a report and we got the contest emblem. So I don't know why it wouldn't show up on other people's stuff, but whatever. Anyway, let's see if this says how many. No, it doesn't. Index hash. I don't understand what any of this stuff means. It doesn't say how many people have it. I just don't know. Okay, well, we don't know.
I think there's going to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I saw TikToks of like Mactix, for example. He's like, I couldn't do it. And Shield couldn't do it. And there was somebody else that I saw just saying, "Oh man, I feel old. Maybe just these damage checks aren't for me anymore." I can't remember who it was, but and I was just like, "Okay, that's crazy." People just talking about it. How hard that
once people figured out shield breaks on like Harrow. I mean, Harrow held people up for a while, but once people started figuring out things like shield breaks, and optimal warlock strats, it seemed to go pretty smoothly for most people that I watched going after it. So, and that goes for final encounter as well.
Anyway, yeah. So I mean, okay. As for the people that say Mario's team shouldn't get it, no. I mean, it's in the game. They didn't disable it. It's fair game.
Yep.
As long as you're not using any third party anything to network manip or cheat, it's fair game. So, did that make the dungeon race kind of boring because it was done under 2 hours? Yes, it did. But they didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion. They deserve what they got, and they won. So, congratulations. The next team didn't clear. It was for like 50 minutes, right? 50 minutes after. Which, to be fair, is still under 3 hours. So, this race, regardless, would have probably been finished quickly.
There's actually a team that was pretty far ahead of Team Toasty, but one of their guys was banned mid-dungeon for botting using macros, is my understanding. Got caught up in the middle of the dungeon and got banned.
Well, I wonder what he was botting.
I mean, I presume there were some like damage rotation scripts or something that they were running.
Oh, like he was botting in the dungeon. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. This is all just speculation, but if I think about things that people use macros for, like
I thought the only thing that was disallowed was like AFK farming using macros.
People might, I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know, but the rumor that I heard that I saw a lot was that it was for using scripts. And when I think of using scripts for somebody who's actively playing the game, what do I think of? Skating. You know, everybody. If you're on PC and you're doing it manually, and you say you're doing it manually, 99% of the time, I think you're lying to me. Most people are using macros to make it happen. But you could theoretically use scripts, you know, do a one button script to like swap your loadouts or whatever. Maybe optimize some of your actual rotation of weapons. You could probably run a script for that too. You just have a big macro assigned to a mouse button for your damage rotation. You just click that button, and every time the damage rotation finishes, just push the button again, you know, to run through the whole rotation of whatever it is that you're doing. So, you know, I can
maybe something that make the magnetic grenade chunk more consistent. Well, the other team didn't have to, so they deserve to be banned then.
I think the magnetic grenade chunk just happens on its own because there's so many individual damage numbers happening all at once. The game freaks out, right? Because that's kind of the basis of what is happening with network manipulation. You're pushing so many actions into a limited amount of time by manipulating your network that they all happen at once and the game freaks out.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't handle it.
So, yeah, I'm never a huge fan when the races are that fast. And I always feared for that back when they decided to do contests for Vespers and Sundered, but those two actually held up, where like Ron, for example, didn't, and it being a raid. And so I always feared that something would be more like a Ron because it's a dungeon. They're typically easier.
Well, so they can't be so mechanically complex that a solo can't do them because dungeons are designed to be solos. So the only real difficulty they can put into them is you get a timer, right? You get limited phases, and you get a DPS check.
Yeah.
That's all they can throw in there to do that. And with our guardians being as formidable damage dealing machines as we are in the current environment, like, you know, how much do you want them to boost the damage check in the contest version? Because you know that's gonna trickle down to, you know, just regular play, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So anyway, I did do it on normal, and I thought it was easy, which I thought it was a little too easy. Here's the context. I did it with Fallen. Fallen had already done it. Okay.
Yeah.
I have not done it, and Gamer Girl had not done it. We cleared it in 70 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just two noobs, had never been in a dungeon, never seen anything before, being taught by someone, and I think we wiped once on the last boss, which has delayed us in an extra 10 minutes. So we probably would have had it pretty close to under an hour. Anyway, my point is under an hour for the very first time for two people. That's too easy, in my opinion. But whatever, it's all good. And I never felt like I never felt like I was in much danger. Yeah.
The API data is not there yet, but I've run it a bunch, and I am pretty certain that at least one of my clears is under 30 minutes, right? Because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a hard dungeon with a full fire team. I haven't gotten into solo it yet. I will because it's required for the seal now. But
ooh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so people go in there and they'll be like, I only have to do like 10 of these 15 triumphs to get my seal. Well, Bungie did a Bungie. If you go and you look at the seal, there are a whole bunch of those triumphs that they say right on them. This does not count towards earning your seal. I don't know why they're in the seal then, but there's a bunch of them.
So that's what that I saw a Twitter post that said this should not be in here. And I was like, why? But I clearly didn't read it. So that's funny. That's funny.
Shadow Wolf, my solo flawless will not be 45 minutes. I'm going to do 3 and 3 on the boss every single time, and I'm going to 4-phase him. He's going to take fucking 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes all by himself.
Anyway, yeah. Just because it's tier 3, I'm going to shout out Joe. 28 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, Equilibrium. I want to say, I keep saying it's easy. I don't want to say that makes it bad. I think it was cool looking dungeon, cool stuff, very interesting. And then you've got, you know, whatever's going on.
That's a tier 3.
That's weird. Sorry, I got the alert for the tier 3. It's not supposed to be on. Whatever.
Alrighty.
That was weird. Sorry, audio listeners. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think it's a neat dungeon. Excited to see if they're going to do something specific with this during Shadow and Order, or it's going to be dungeons in general.
Are you getting a clip played too?
Sorry, what?
Did Joe's clip come through?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no media thing in here. The alerts are in the source, but are hidden, so the audio must have still played through, but not.
Okay.
There's no meme source at all. Should be an Epic Dungeon release at least. Well, maybe that might not be what they plan to do. All they ever said originally in the timeline or the footprint or whatever you want to call it was they're going to do something special with dungeons, with the idea of Pantheon in mind in their brain. But they've changed a lot of stuff. that they said they were going to do since that initial roadmap, I guess you want to call it. So I don't think that stuff's stuck in stone anymore. They might just do an epic version like they did with DP, or they would just might add stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it could be either or. We'll wait and see. They'll probably announce it ahead of time. If we get the roadmap that they promised for next year, it might just be on that roadmap. And then we get to also find out, hopefully, what's going on in the summer.
How do you feel about Feats being in the dungeon? Because that's another contentious discussion that's going on right now.
I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. People wanted the abilities to get 4 and 5s. Feats are the way that Bungie wants to do it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Have you tried it with Feats yet?
No.
Okay. Well, I think 3 feet is not really any different. Personally, you run 3 feet with a time limit, limited revives, and Banes included. It's not really any different than playing it otherwise. Seems just as easy to me to play it that way.
Yeah.
Cutthroat is a whole different story, and I don't particularly like the challenges for it. So the feat with the challenges is not my favorite. I especially don't like the feat in Harrow because it is a little buggy. The condition to do the challenge sometimes doesn't work correctly, or the thing you have to interact with shows up in a spot where you're not at, and it can trigger and end your run that way. Don't really like it, but people are really complaining. There's a lot of complaints going on about gating your 4s and 5s behind having to do at least 3 feats. And a lot of people are complaining about getting LFGs together, like getting Fireteam Finder stuff together. Because
Join Shrouded.
Apparently that makes it problematic for doing like Desert Perpetuals with feats, because you end up with people that have no idea what the feats are because they've never run it with feats before.
Join Shrouded. ShroudedGaming.com/Discord. You can check out our Discord. You can join. And we've got lots of people that know what feats are. You can also get some feat pictures.
All right. Yeah, great.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I totally forgot that we'd talk about Equilibrium today, but you're right. Anyway, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I could talk about it. I thought it was interesting. It was good. It's a good dungeon. It's fun. I guess we'll find out how many clears contest did get once some of that stuff is in the API, because I'm curious to see how it went. Because most of what I saw on contest day was people complaining that the DPS checks were too hard for a dungeon. So, which is ironic since contest mode is supposed to be like the super uber special thing. Like,
yeah,
there's been plenty of contest modes where I couldn't beat the damage check. I've never, I don't know. I've never been mad. You know, it's just like, yeah. I mean, I don't play the game that much, so I guess that's what I get. End of story. It's whatever. It's a fucking emblem. Who cares? It was harder than Sundered, Chad says, but I think that's because of having new stats. Maybe, potentially. I don't know. I never did Sundered with my original team either. I had to get carried through Sundered by Grim and I think Brooke. Maybe it might have been Static. I can't remember. So I don't consider when I have to be carried by them as real completions. So technically, I did contest Vespers and contest Sundered, but it was with Grim both times. So the only official contest mode that I've ever completed officially with the original team I went in there without being carried whatsoever was Root of Nightmares. And let me tell you, when you complete a contest mode, it feels good. I still remember that. And I know Root was considered the easiest like contest mode ever, or whatever it was, and people call it a strike, yada yada, whatever. I don't care. When we finally cleared Nezeract on 13 hours and 59 minutes, I remember. It was an incredible feeling. And I totally understood. I totally understood everything. I haven't done one legitimately, I guess, since then. So,
Well, listen, Grim and Static helped me out getting final done on Vespers, but I kept up on my damage numbers, so I feel like I contributed. I'm not calling it just a straight carry. Thank you very much.
I did pretty good on the damage numbers, specifically Son of Doctrine, I recall, but it still felt like I remember we couldn't get past second encounter, whatever the totems or whatever they're called on the original team.
Lockset.
So yeah, Lockset. So I went in there when I was in there with Grim and Brooke. They just like put me on a healing build warlock with like the fucking runway head and like a healing grenade or whatever it is and a healing turret and all that stuff and I felt like such a little bitch. It's just making sure they stayed alive and did all the work. I still did damage during damage phase, but I didn't. I still didn't. I don't know. I was just being a little bitch. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Anyway, and then the boss in that one wasn't actually that difficult on contest, in my opinion. It was pretty easy to stay alive. You just had to beat the damage check, which was lower.
All the process to get to the damage check was the problem, honestly.
Yeah, just staying alive in the rooms, specifically the room on the left, I think was our biggest. Anyway, okay. Also, yeah, I think we should do that. We got to talk about the dawning too, because I forgot about the dawning. And then the other thing. So, essentially, what I want to know from you is some of the new legendary weapons, and what are your specific favorites and your preferred role combinations on said weapons.
Okay, so let me just throw out there that I am not the biggest fan of heat weapons in general. I feel like the heat weapons, the way they fire, feel worse. Like the feeling of shooting the gun feels worse on almost all of them as compared to their non-heat versions in the same kind of RPM archetypes. That said, once you get used to how they shoot, or once I got used to how they shoot, they've all got good rolls. The dungeon in particular has got a lot of weapons that have very good rolls. Are any of these like gonna be meta? Well, I mean, are any guns in Destiny actually meta anymore? Not really. It's all abilities. But like if I were to call out a couple, I enjoy Voltaic Shade. That's the dungeon scout rifle. You can get Trickle Charge and Rolling Storm, which is it's a good combo because it's reloading. Every time you get a bolt charge, you get a bolt charge whenever you kill something with Rolling Storm. I actually like it a lot with jolting feedback and Rolling Storm, personally. It can also get like jolting feedback and bolt shot if you're in with that. And one thing to note on these weapons is that you can just tap the reload to just start the venting, and it'll proc your on reload stuff. So it can be pretty fast. I like High Tyrant. Pulse rifle that can get destabilizing rounds and demoralize. That's always good. I like it a lot.
I got that the other day. That's Equilibrium Pulse, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the rolls I got. And I was testing it out, and it felt pretty good. Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Yep. Uncivil Discourse, everybody seems to like. You want one with precision instrument to get the most damage out of it, and then whatever perk you want besides that. I personally like air trigger on it because the venting is so fast. But any of the perks that enhance your reload or enhance your battery are pretty good. It's the Han Solo pistol. Zealous Ideal feels like you're shooting. It feels like you're shooting a Star Wars blaster, like a Stormtrooper blaster, which is what it is. If you haven't tried it with Onslaught, you should try it with Onslaught. Having a 450 jump up, having that particular gun jump up with Onslaught and RPM, having its sound effect go crazy, very cool. The M17 Fast Talker is going to be a DPS damage meta weapon if you get one with the secondary origin trait, with target lock, cooling baubles, and accelerated coils on a Peacekeeper's Titan. That's probably the only weapon you want to have because of how good it is. Conspiracy Honed. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but it's a heat weapon, but it's the same RPM equivalent to a lightweight sniper or rapid fire sniper, except you can get Vorpal weapon and bait and switch on it at the same time. So big deep.
I saw that.
On top of that, this weapon, just without any damage perks as a base, does 50% more damage per bullet than other 140 snipers that aren't heat weapons. So I don't know if that's a bug or not, but it's very good.
What's the name of that again?
Conspiracy Honed.
Okay.
And then the other two are All or Nothing, which is the Strand Pulse. It's a 540 pulse. I don't really like it that much. I think it is a little too floaty, but it comes with Desperado. And because of the way the heat weapons work, the reload to get Desperado procced is very fast. So you can get that gun really cooking, but it's way too floaty for me. And then the modified B7 just straight up replaces Solemn Remembrance. So if you didn't get a Solemn Remembrance, you can get a modified B7 that can do all the stuff Solemn Remembrance can do, plus a little bit more. It's a 180 instead of a 140, but I don't think it matters for what you're going to use the weapon for in PvE personally. So there you go. That's all the heat weapons.
That's all the heat weapons. Okay, well, while we're talking about it, do you know if well, I was gonna say I was gonna ask, but you didn't do contest mode, so you probably don't have heirloom yet. Oh, you did
do contest mode.
Okay, how's heirloom?
My team got stuck at Haro, and I didn't get a chance to fill in with anybody else.
Okay, I mean, okay.
One of my team members did.
Yeah,
but there wasn't any time left for old Rec, sadly.
Okay,
if I had a different clan tag, I would have gotten in, but alas, I have the wrong
okay. So, you don't have heirloom then? Obviously.
I do have heirloom.
You got it anyway. All right, that's all I wanted to know. How is heirloom?
It's garbage.
Oh,
it's real bad. Okay. In terms of meta weapons, it's very, very not good. That said, it is an exotic that has a very basic but fun exotic trait, which is you look down the sights and you'll see a charging meter that's right in the middle of your sight. And when it hits the top, when it maxes out, it's basically firing a rocket. So it's cool if you like weapons for ad clear, if you want a bow for ad clear and you want to feel like you have a gun that has a lot of punch. Unfortunately, the loading of it is so slow that I don't think it'll ever be a popular weapon for the general mass. Man, the today's modern Destiny player, they want all their damage to come flying out of the gun at 1400 RPM. And if it doesn't do that, they don't give a shit. It's bad. This gun does a lot of damage, but it's very slow to deal it out.
Okay, so real quick, like 2 minutes, we have the Dawning weapons that I wanted to go over. Fimbulwinter Stitch, Mistral Lift, and Permafrost. Do you have any favorites in there?
Mistral Lift is a meat and potatoes linear pulse or linear fusion rifle.
Yeah.
If linears ever come back into play, you'll want to have one. At the very basic level, you'll want one with reconstruction and precision instrument. I already have that on last year's. I don't have one on this year's. If you want kind of a meme roll, you could do reconstruction with rewind rounds, and with Vice Stinger, you'll basically never have to reload that thing.
Okay.
I don't really think I think it's really actually a meme and not really worth your time. But
Yeah,
there's
you'd have
there.
to. Sorry, I
Go
was gonna
ahead.
say you'd have to have a really long DPS phase to make that worth it.
I mean, you could dump almost all of your mag that way, but reconstruction is going to put almost all of your reserves into your mag anyway. So, it's maybe a
So
little
is
overkill.
reconstruction PI better than the tried and true envious bait and switch?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Because by the time you get to a damage phase, most of your reserves are going to be loaded into your mag, which means your precision instrument's going to get, kind of maximized. So.
Yeah, you don't have to switch around and do things. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. How much damage does the precision do?
It depends on how far you are into your
at its max.
damage rotation. What is the maximum? Hold on, I'll tell you. At max, it is. Don't remember the number off the top of my head. Please do the thing.
It's okay. It's better, is what you're saying. That's all that matters.
It would be what I would go with, yes, for sure. Over bait and switch. You could do an envious bait and switch rotation if that was your thing, but
Yeah.
it would only matter if you had if you were like doing like rocket pulses or whatever. But
Mhm.
if you're doing rocket pulses for damage, just two rocket pulses, it can go up to 25% once you max out the stacks.
Okay, so it is lower, but you're saying it's better because of the rotation, simplifying the rotation.
You don't have to rotate. You can just dump all your damage.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. Okay, so we got two more: permafrost and Fimbulwinter. Any? I've been messing around with permafrost, but
which roll are you messing around with?
the one I have right now is Demolitionist Crystalline.
Crystalline Corpse.
Yeah.
Crystalline Corpse is probably the only reason to take it. It's a wave frame, and there's not a whole lot of call to use wave frames anymore. We have so much a way to clear ads with abilities that do I really need an ad clear special? I don't know, debatable. But Crystalline is interesting, and I would probably want it with either Demolitionist or Attrition Orbs. It doesn't have any reload perks, so that's you want to go with utility on it.
Yeah.
And then the sidearm. It seems like most people's complaint about the sidearm is that they were expecting it to be a rocket sidearm, because the only other sidearm we have with that model is a rocket sidearm. So a lot of people were disappointed when they got it, and it turned out just to be a precision frame sidearm. It's a precision frame sidearm.
Yeah, I've been running around with this a little bit too. It's I don't know, it's okay.
It's not. I don't think it's anything particularly special as far as sidearms go. It does have a couple of like perk combinations. You can do like Rolling Storm on it and some other stuff, trickle charge to get that kind of combo working. You can get jolting feedback on it. You can get bolt shot on it. So.
I have a trickle charge jolting feedback that I've been running around with. I'm not saying that's necessarily a good combination, but it's not bad. And I've been interested in trying to get a supercharged jolting to see how that is.
I think it might be. There might be some rules on there that I would want to try for PvP, since you can juice it up to 100 range. So and not a lot of sidearms can do that.
It's got PI. Would you be looking at that or kill clip for damage?
Probably PI.
Yeah. You got
rangefinder.
I was gonna say you got rangefinder or lone wolf.
I would probably go with rangefinder because I want the extra range.
Yeah.
And then a magazine that adds range, hammer forged, or small bore.
Small bore. Yeah.
And range masterwork, and it should be over 100 range at that point.
That's cool. That works out. Okay. there we go. There's our recommendations for the best legendary weapons and their roles. Currently new to the game. I guess Mistral's not new, but the rest of them are new to the game. That's it. Go get them. Okay. Go cause some havoc.
There's an honorable mention for the new air denial solar grenade launcher.
Right.
Auto loading on it, so that's a good utility weapon. If you don't have one, go farm the portal to get one.
We've gotten a few of those. Use it a bit. I can't remember what is the role I'm currently using. I think it's in my inventory, so let me just I'm not using that one. I must be using this one. Okay, it's boring. Anyway, it's auto loading incandescent is the best one I have at the moment. I don't know what you'd go with though.
Auto loading attrition orbs.
Probably. Okay. So just mission attrition. All right, we got it. I got a heal clip attrition. No, I gotta lose shit. Oh wait, look at that. Never mind. This other one that's just in my inventory has an auto loading attrition. All right, we'll switch over. Let's go.
There you go.
I love tier 5 weapons, baby. All right, so you can check that out. Beautiful. I was also running the Moss Athenor 4 because I got a lone wolf opening shot. I want to try it in PvP, and it's not bad. It's not great, but it's 120. If you like 120s, I like slow hand cannons. I prefer 140s. They're just more powerful.
I mean, it's the best 120 in the game for PvP right now.
Ooh. See, I'm not good enough for PvP to really know that. But what's the role for that bad boy that's considered the best? Do you know?
Sideways Adagio.
Okay.
It's because with Adagio at 2 taps, and it's got the highest. It's got an exceptionally high base airborne effectiveness, so you can shoot it from the air and still be fine.
Got it. All right. Well, I don't know. I was messing around with this one. I thought it was pretty fun. Maybe I'll try to get a better roll on it though, because I got stability masterwork anyway. So my range is only 82 on it, but it feels good. Still feels good. Anyway. All right, cool beans. Okay, so since we talked about that and we talked about the dawning weapons, we could talk about the dawning a little bit. I mean, overall, the dawning is just the dawning. It's pretty much the same. They've implemented the new portal system. We got, was it 30 on the track, I think? 30 levels on the track. But I gotta say, I'm having a lot of fun in that snowball crucible mode. Like, I think that's fun. Am I crazy?
Some people are a little upsetty spaghetti that snowballs can trigger things like void invisibility on hunters.
Holy fuck. All right, just have fun. It's a party mode, guys. Come on.
I don't like party mode PvP in general, so I don't have anything particularly good to say about it. I will play the 10 matches I need to play in order to get the seal done, but that's it. I won't play any more than that.
Okay, I actually like it. I think it was quite a bit of fun. I was just going in there. I was just popping around, throwing snowballs at people. Didn't matter if I won or lose. I still got loads of tier 5. So as long as I still get rewarded, I'm not caring if I'm winning or losing.
You should go in there with a Void Hunter, with Omnioculus. You should have Trapper's Ambush. And you should just ruin everybody's good time because you'll start triggering invisibility. You can still Trapper's Ambush while you're carrying a snowball. You can proc invisibility. You can keep invisibility going. You'll never run out as long as you're by your friends because you can just Trapper's Ambush them over and over and over again. With the artifact, because you've got invisibility and you kill people, you can proc Devour on yourself in PvP, in Snowball PvP, where nobody can use anything good on you anyway. And the Omnioculus, the damage resistance from the Omnioculus prevents you from getting one shot by snowballs. So if you want to maximize, your fun to the detriment of everybody else's fun, there you go. You have your build. Enjoy.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in and have fun. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun little mode. Yeah.
You going to step into the trials this weekend?
No.
Okay. Well, trials is coming back this weekend. You know what I am afraid that we're going to see? Teams of 3 Stronghold Titans with Praxic blades. Why? Why will we see this? Well, listen, a lot of people have been saying the Praxic blade is a meme in PvP. That's true, but if you take the refraction core, so you get your bonuses for reflecting shots, and you generate ammo for reflecting shots. It's very easy to regenerate your shots in PvP. If you have the catalyst on that amplifies you and gives you an eager edge lunge when you swing, you can get remarkably long range sword kills that give you ammo back. The blocking does not block all incoming damage, but it blocks enough that you're going to win pretty much all of your 1v1s against other people if they don't start using abilities on you. And I feel like Triple Titans doing that is just going to fucking ruin the experience for anybody who's still playing.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see Twitter this weekend.
So if you're gonna play trials, get your Titan ready, put some strongholds on, and then head on in so you can infinitely block while you run around the map and reflect shots back at people and then kill them with swords. They will hate you. You will be farming messages like you'll be farming DMs like you never have been before. I guarantee it.
Okay. Everyone go do that. You heard it here first. All right. Anyway, that sounds fun. Fun trials. Okay, so back to the Dawning. I mean, I guess there's not a lot more to talk about. It's 3 weeks this week. Okay.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There's the big elephant in the Bright Dust room.
Oh, who cares?
Because they took out the bounties. And so you cannot use the Dawning as a big Bright Dust farm. A lot of people are very upset about this.
Oh, I never did, so I'm not upset about it. But I guess sure. Just play the game. You'll have billions of Bright Dust. That's my opinion. Maybe that's the wrong opinion, but it's what. Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, okay, what'd you get? Like 10 Bright Dust per like daily bounty? Like,
Yeah,
people really farm that
to do. Yeah,
yeah, I know, but it's such a waste of my time.
I mean, if you're just gonna buy silver all the time, yeah, but there are a lot of people that won't spend silver. They won't spend real money on silver. So Bright Dust is their only way to get Eververse cosmetics.
Yeah, but I have like, I don't know. I've got like 60,000 Bright Dust. Like,
Yeah,
I've never dropped below 50,000 ever.
There are some people that would have used the bounties to buy themselves the Eververse Dawning Wool Farmer.
Yeah.
That don't have the Bright Dust to do it now, and now they won't be able to.
Well, buy it with silver. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I don't believe that. But I mean, I guess it sucks, but isn't there lots of ways to get Bright Dust in the game still? Like,
if you are doing your orders as much as possible.
Go do your
There's a
orders.
daily cap that you can hit, but you're doing your daily orders and your daily challenges and stuff, then yeah, you can still earn a pretty good amount of Bright Dust, but you gotta play in a lot.
Yeah, okay. I get under the people wanting to do things easily, I guess, but it's whatever.
I don't think I'm gonna bother gilding my seal this time around.
Your Dawning seal?
I don't really feel like grinding the rep track to 30.
You could just buy it.
The weapons in it are not interesting enough to me. And I don't want to do all the seal challenges. There are some seal challenges in there that I'm just not. I don't want to go around and get a 1,000 snowball kills. I don't want to do this. I don't find it interesting anymore. So I will have my 2 guilds since the Dawning came out in its newer incarnation, and that will be that.
That's all right. So I'll have more Dawning guilds, and you'll have more Iron Banner guilds. So we'll be even.
Assuming Iron Banner ever comes back.
You still have one more than me.
That's true. True.
I never got it last season because they only gave us one instance of Iron Banner.
Yeah.
I didn't do a Gambit last year either. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything in Edge. I didn't do Gambit. I didn't do Conqueror. I didn't do Iron Banner. Deadeye. Nothing. No. I had a lot of fun at the beginning with Edge of Fate and the Portal, but I fell off pretty hard. And I wasn't interested in doing all that stuff in the last couple weeks because I was really busy with work. So just ended up being that way. I'm a lot more excited for Renegades. I'm having a good time. I finally got into the Lawless Frontier, like the actual end game portion of it, having fun with the invasions. I think that's a really cool game mode. Whether I'm the one invading or I'm being invaded on. What I don't like though is when I invade, give me some power ammo, man. I'm tired of being shot in the face with a machine gun. Shit's crazy. Why don't I have power ammo, but everyone else does?
And with a super, I mean, shoot some buckets on your way to them.
Oh my god. No. Too lazy.
That's what they're there for.
No. All right, anyway.
Throw down Revitalize and use your super. Throw down your behemoth and go shoot them. Easy.
I don't have the behemoth yet.
Well, play the game.
I'm on the wrong track. I went with the Vex people. I don't want to switch it now until I'm full, like I'm 100% full on them.
Okay.
And then I'll switch over to the behemoth people.
What rank are you with them now?
Oh, I don't know, 3.
Okay. You got some work to do.
Yeah. I just got to it.
Okay.
Wednesday on stream. I played it for like 2 hours, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, it was fun. It was good. I like that stuff. Having fun. Looks like there's a lot of interesting things to keep me occupied, and then we've got Equilibrium as well, and the Vanguard orders, and I'll probably do now that I'm a higher level, then I don't have to do all that grinding to do any of the Conqueror shit. I'll probably do it again this season. I mean, I still got to get up there a little bit, but I'm at 470, so I just got to get to like 530 or something. I forget, something like that. So I'm sure I'll get there just over time, because we've got no idea when the next expansion's coming. So it'd be a good time. Anyway, where was I gonna go from there? No idea. So we talked about Dawning. We talked about Equilibrium, the thingy-mabobber, and me finishing the story. Okay, well, with me finishing the story, we can go ahead and just talk about our opinions again. Well, we probably talked about this last week, but on the Renegades missions, and if there's any part of the Star Wars story that was embedded into Renegades that you actually enjoyed, and if there was multiple ones, what your favorites were.
I mean, the story was fine. It was way too Star Wars coded for me personally.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of people that are saying this was a great homage to Star Wars, but in a very Destiny way. I don't know about that. Feel like those are people that already were going to be of the opinion that it wasn't going to be too much no matter what it was. But some fun moments. The best part of any mission was the very end of the game when you're doing the Sparrow
trench run.
Yeah, that was probably the best part.
I thought that was really good too. I thought that was a good part, and that I don't know why I wasn't expecting it when I got there. I was like, oh my god, this is a trench run. But yeah, I was surprised by it. Obviously we couldn't do a real trench run without bringing new mechanics into the game for flying ships, but that would have been cool too. Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed all the Sparrow stuff actually, ironically, because there was a mission earlier in the campaign where you had to do the Strand Sparrows, like the Eris Strand Sparrows, and I thought that was cool too. I enjoyed that mission quite a bit where you had to destroy the 3 ATSTs. That's not what they're called, but what'd you call them? Behemoths?
Behemoths.
Yeah. As for actual references to Star Wars, I love the opening cutscene. I think I talked about this last week, but when the Cabal bumped his head on the door, I thought that was hilarious. I know it's just such a small callback, but I laughed out loud. I think I was on stream and I laughed out loud. Obviously, the Praxic Blades are a lot of fun to use. The mission, that mission, what?
Praxic Blades. They are going to be one of the nerfs of all time when the nerf comes through. People are going to lose their mind when they get nerfed. And the nerf is coming, people. Don't kid yourself. Don't be one of those people that tries to cope with the idea of it's too fun. Bungie, where the player count's too low. Bungie would never nerf this super fun thing. No, fuck you. They're gonna nerf it because it's gonna be used more than anything else. That is the primary metric for things getting nerfed. I don't care what Bungie says about. No, it's really about things being out of band. If things weren't fun, they wouldn't be out of band in the first place. If they weren't OP, they wouldn't be popular. So it's getting nerfed. Make your peace with that right now.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm still grinding to try to get my red one. But you can't just keep doing invasions over and over again. You need to earn the little death tokens or whatever it is. So I couldn't just farm it constantly until I got it. I didn't get the Darksaber one from Equilibrium, so I'll have to try farming that to get it. And then there's a bunch of other things that I want to get. A bunch of colors, but those are the ones that I'm going for first, and then I know there's other ways to earn the other ones. The missions overall, I really liked. I mentioned earlier that I think there was too few of them. I think it was just a little light on that, but I felt like there was quality in these story missions where I didn't feel that necessarily in the last expansion. They just felt like more missions, whereas I don't know, there was something special about these ones in my opinion. They felt good. I liked the Fire and Ice in the middle. I thought that was a really good exotic mission slash campaign mission, whatever you want to call it. It did come out of nowhere, but my point is it was fun. The lore leading up to it, non-existent. But it was interesting to do, and I really liked the visuals in that mission. Like the upside down portion was really cool. Just the visual aspect of it I thought was neat. So the design team, like, shout out to you on that. It was fun. It was good. And as the villain, I don't know. I don't really like Drudge and Bale that much. It's too whiny and angry. Like, and I get it. Like, if they're trying to like mimic, what's his name? Kylo Ren.
Yes, Kylo Ren.
But Kylo Ren wasn't nearly as angry as Bale is. All right. I don't care what anyone says. I just feel like he was always angry all the time. And it's because he's in pain or whatever. That's fine. But oh my God. I personally don't care. And why did we always overhear these messages between like Loki and Bale? Like, did somebody just open up a 3-way line or something? Like,
that's how they're giving us the story. They didn't give us actual story missions to cover this stuff where we would overhear it. So they just put it while we were in orbit or flying into things.
Yeah, but like I'm still doing like Lawless Frontier, and they're still having conversations while I'm at the beginning of it. It's like, guys, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Did I say Loki? I meant Lodi. My bad. Getting all my Disney properties confused. Anyway, overall, there was a lot of Star Wars things that I did like. It did feel weird in the Destiny universe, like going to Mars, to Spider's palace ship or whatever you want to call it, and the very apparent Tatooine references and Sarlacc pit, and the design of the ship or whatever, the flotilla, whatever you want to call it, literally like ripped straight from Star Wars. I just thought maybe it wasn't, but it definitely felt like it was. And yeah, it was just that was all a little too much for me. That's not inspired. That's just a lift straight from the movies, the originals. But overall, I had a good time with it, I think, and I did like the quality of the missions for this expansion, even though I think there's too few of them. And go Star Wars. Star Wars was fun. I'm glad we didn't get a bunch of references from the prequel trilogy. You imagine if they put in like a Jar Jar Binks character into Renegades?
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't have one.
Yeah, we got a badass ghost, so we didn't get a goofy because it could have just been a ghost, an easy ghost that just like mimicked the speech patterns of Jar Jar. Because I did love the concept of before Blue. Was it Blue that sounded like R2D2, or was it someone else before she was fixed?
It was Blue.
I think it was Blue. Yeah. I liked that originally. I thought it was pretty funny. And I was like, oh my god, it's like straight up ripped from R2D2. And then they didn't want to do it for the whole thing, so then they got and it's such a difference. Like it beep 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 to this like very aggressive woman from Brooklyn, just absolutely just ripping into Dredgen or no, I mean Drifter this whole time. It's so funny. I had a good time with that. I've seen her voice actor on TikTok since then talking about it, and it's like, anyway. So I thought it was good. Enjoyed it. Did you enjoy the character, or did you think she was just like too much?
Here's what I think. We've had a lot of ghost characters that have been cringy as fuck. Both of those fuckers from Witch Queen, I could do without either of them. I fucking hate them. They're annoying. But you have to, in order to have make a ghost have character, like they have to like, it's all in the voice, and they have to play it up because there's no character otherwise. I think of all of the ghost characters we've had, she is by far the best. Was she my favorite character in the whole story? No, but I think that she was pretty good. As far as ghost characters go.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay. Well, I think that topic is completed. The only thing that we didn't really do is talk about the TWID, but there's not a whole lot in here anyway, so I think we'll just blast through it and get out of here. Yeah?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, final TWID of the year, chat. Means there's no more TWIDs this year. I'm thinking about what does that mean for I mean last year I think we kept doing the podcast, but if there's not a lot to talk about, maybe we should take some of these
Christmas
weeks
is next
off.
Thursday. So
okay, so no podcast next week, chat.
I will not be here next week. If I try to do this podcast on Christmas in eyesight of my wife, that'll be the last podcast I ever do, and I probably won't make the whole thing.
You think we should try it just for funsies? See what happens?
No chat. No.
Okay. After that, then, so maybe we just take the next 2 weeks off because the next one is on New Year's Day. So it's Christmas and then New Year's. So we'll probably be back on the 8th.
Okay.
Maybe not even the 8th. And here's why. Hear me out. I travel for work on the 5th to the 8th. I'm back early enough to do the podcast, but should I hang out with my family instead? Probably.
Yes.
So either we either push that podcast to the 9th or we just do it on the 15th and then come back on the 15th.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll let you know about that, but next 2 weeks there probably won't be podcasts. Well, there won't be. There just won't be. We won't even think about it. It's not going to happen. Unless Bungie goes under and we need to like do an emergency podcast. There won't be one.
Imagine there's an emergency. There's a last minute announcement. Destiny 3, it's coming.
Yeah, we're like, no, we said we weren't doing it. No,
we didn't talk about Marathon either.
Ah, shit. Oh well. We'll mention it. Let's go through here. They mentioned the Equilibrium Dungeon Race winners. If you didn't know, it's Mario, Monkey, Luigi, Style, and Biggs. I saw a tweet that said somebody else had plans to be in that team, but got filled, or somebody took their spot
cut.
last minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who that was? I forget.
I read it, but I don't remember who it is.
Yeah. I just saw it on Twitter. Like, that sucks. But then it made me think in my brain, it's like, would they still have done it with this other person, or did they get cut for a reason? You know what I mean? Anyway.
Greener needs the tea.
I do kind of need the tea. So there is a dawning fashion thing for this weird purple cat emblem. Share it on Twitter, do the hashtag, and you might win it. It's called Felix Galaxis. Okay, also if you want another one called what's this one called? New Before Dawn emblem, which is ironic, which is one of the emblems we were looking at last time we were talking about emblems. It was probably on the Player of the Week stream. Only one person had it. I'm like, who the fuck owns this emblem? What is this? Anyway, and then next day we get a twid that explains what it is. So I thought that was funny. Anyway, you can make cookies or dessert inspired by the dawning and tweet about it and potentially win it as well. So if you guys want some emblems for having fun times, go ahead and do it. Twitch drops, if most of you already know, but you can gift a sub for a twit or an emblem. Or you can watch any Destiny 2 streamer probably during all of the dawning for 30 minutes. So most of you that are watching probably have it. If you're listening to this on YouTube or podcast services and you don't watch Twitch, if you want a free emblem, watch Twitch. Any Destiny 2 streamer, specifically Shrouded Gaming. Rex barking again. Oath of the Renegades wraps up today. So if you were taking part of that, it's over soon. So make sure to get your 2 hour.
Everybody will get the emblem, I think, right?
Everybody gets the emblem. The only difference is the emblem changes based on who wins. So the winning creator syndicate, the winning syndicate's icon is going to be the icon where the Vanguard icon is currently. That's what it says. It says 2026 with the winning syndicate icon replacing the Vanguard icon in the example below. I'm not showing it to you. You can see it on the twid if you want, but anyway, and everybody will get it. They'll probably tweet out a code or something. As it stands right now, Totality Division has 42% control and will likely win. That is Scarrow, Mr. Raffle Waffles, and Leopard's team. There's more too, but you guys probably know some of these people. Cacus, Mactix. I don't recognize any of the other names. I hope I'm not being rude. Anyway, Bungie Foundation did a end of year update. So since we did two Bungie Foundation fundraisers last year and raised $36,000 for the Bungie Foundation, a lot of the money that you supported us with went to supporting 23 Little Lights partners across the world, providing entertainment, distraction, and joy to tens of thousands of kids facing their toughest days in children's hospitals and clinics. Fulfilled 47 Make-A-Wish requests, including building top-tier gaming PCs, shopping sprees, esports bike, hot tub lifts for aquatic therapy, and electronic items like cameras and laptops to help Wish kids pursue their passions. From devastating wildfires in Los Angeles to crises in Sudan, Ethiopia, and Gaza, your support enabled our humanitarian partners to respond quickly and deliver timely, meaningful aid. And recognize key awareness and recognition months throughout the year, supporting veteran and military families, LGBTQ plus youth, disability inclusion, and mental health initiatives through focus campaigns and partnerships, leading to tens of thousands of dollars in donations to well-deserving organizations. That's basically the year-end roundup. They want to let you know on December 21st, there's going to be a one last Bungie bounty for good with Tryhard Tristan, Pika Peach, Not Mashed, Abby, and Alan, and Britley. Those three are Bungie Foundation employees, if you didn't know. You might ask what that is. Well, you can earn that really cool red and blue like emblem with like the swords on it. That's been around for like 2 years now. There's a crazy ass Dawning emblem available from now until January 6th if you buy something in the Bungie store. Hold on. I gotta show this, I think, right?
All right.
No, that's not the right one. That's not what I'm supposed to be looking at here. Oh, I pull this over. Yeah, okay, here you go. There it is. Look at that emblem. It's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, if you want that crazy looking Dawning emblem, you can honestly, if you don't want to buy anything and have it shipped to you, you can just buy a soundtrack and you'll get one. So just throw the soundtrack in the garbage or give it to me because I put the soundtracks in our loyalty store because whenever I buy some to get emblems, that's what I buy and then I put them in the loyalty store. So, or you can go buy a plush or whatever. Anyway, that's the emblem you can get. I think it's neat to wear for a little while. It's pretty cute. What's next? Game to Give starts on the 12th of January. We already knew that. I don't care about the rest of this stuff. Okay, cool. That's it. Yeah. All right. So what did you say we didn't talk about? I can't remember. Oh,
Marathon Vidoc.
That's right. There was a Marathon Vidoc that was released. It's like 20 minutes long. It confirms what I told you guys when they delayed Marathon back in like June. That the release date will be before the end of Sony's fiscal year in March of 2026. And guess what? The release date will be in March of 2026. God, I'm a genius. I just know how money works. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people came to the same conclusion, but it's pretty obvious to me that's what the plan all along was. Anyway, the vid doc came out. They got a lot of good changes in there. The game is looking significantly cleaner, in my opinion, visual wise, as well as they gave us some excitement. They let us know what all the maps are and how differently they play, especially right up into the last one when you're on the Durandal, and it's just like it's like labs from Tarkov, where it's like you go in there, you're probably gonna die, but if you get out, you've got clean loot. And a lot of other stuff. They talked about all the feedback that we gave them. It's a really clean vid doc. You should go check it out if you're interested in Marathon at all, because it really it gets me a lot more excited, specifically for the game, because it looks a lot better than the April alpha did. And it explains a lot more stuff that they plan on adding, along with prox chat. So people who keep saying that it's not in the game, shut the fuck up, please. You sound stupid. And some of the extra systems that they're adding to make it more interesting for all players.
I like that there's going to be a solo queue. It makes me wonder if it's going to have the same kind. If there's still going to be the same kind of solo vibe like exists in other popular extraction shooters.
You can say
I like how they're handling free loadouts. Their idea for Rook and how you just when you play Rook, you just drop into a queue partway through a match and just try to get out with whatever loot you can. And
that's basically
it could be solo queue, it could be duo queues, it could be trio queues. You know you're going into an unfair balance of a match, but your only goal in there is to just grab as much shit and try to sneak out. I think that's great. I think that's a good way to do it. I don't know if I'm super sold on invisibility being a thing in an extraction shooter. Depending on how long the stuff lasts, I'll have to wait to see, how invisible you are. If the Vidoc is a true representation of how invisible you get, you sure do get really invisible in that game. That could be feel a little unfair to play against, but I wasn't really planning on buying Marathon, but Bungie did their sales pitch right, man. And now I'm thinking about it again.
Yeah, and hopefully it just gets better and better before we actually get the final thing in March. And from what I understand from the vid doc, they said everyone will get a chance to just play it like the week before release. So,
yeah,
if you want to wait to see if you're going to like it, just play it free and then go buy it if you're interested. I think it's a great idea. Anyway, the vid doc was great. I thought it was good. I was already sold on Marathon. I'm gonna play it anyways. An extraction shooter. I love them. So and it's only $40, so I was just like, absolutely, I'm gonna give this a try. And yeah, I might be as addicted to it as I am Arc Raiders right now. I might not be as addicted to it as I am Arc Raiders right now, but I'm still gonna play it. And everything looks better than it did before, so no complaints. Super stoked, excited, and yeah, I don't know. I hope it's successful. I hope it's successful.
All right, on a tangent, this just happened to pop up. I just got a notification about this.
Okay.
Arc Raiders. You know the guy that was collecting he was collecting as many ducks as he could.
Yeah.
And he made there was some comments about extending the limit so that you could have more than 9 ducks. You know how many ducks that guy has now that they
I saw that
extended the
tweet.
limit?
He's got
2,400 ducks. Did you see the picture of his fucking room? It's just ducks everywhere.
My room looks like that. I've been collecting ducks. I don't have that many. And what he means is just for any reference that you don't know, Arc Raiders, if you click your little raider or you customize, you're sitting on your bed in a room. And some of the loot that you have in your inventory is spread around the room. Originally there was a cap on how many ducks you would see in your room, and it was 9. So people kind of complained about that, or him specifically, and they opened that up. So it's a little tricky because if you have other items that show up on the floor, like they take the space of the ducks. So if you sell them or get rid of them and get them out of your inventory, ducks fill in all that space, right? So it's still only like a maximum of I don't know, 50 ducks that you see in the room or something. Maybe it goes up to 100. I'm not sure. And they're kind of just sprinkled around on the floor and on the bookshelves and behind and all that stuff. Yeah, I've got 5 stacks. He's got 280 stacks of 15. But I'm pretty sure I have the maximum amount in my room, and I love seeing all the ducks in there. I love it. I think it's hilarious. I never sell my ducks. They're always just in my inventory. And I will trade things out for a duck that is worth lots of money if I've got no space in my inventory. And I find a duck. I'm like, nope, you're going here. Sorry, complex gun parts.
Give me that flute too, so I can just play music as I'm headed out to extraction.
Yeah, I have a flute, so I don't need another one. I need to get one of the guitars after the reset, but the way to get it is crazy. It's unreal. I'm just gonna find somebody that does it and then shoot them and take their guitar.
All right, I think we did it. I think the mission's been accomplished.
The mission is accomplished. So let's end us out with there's no real shrouded news or anything. Happy holidays, everybody. You enjoy your time off if you have any. No podcast for the next at least 2 weeks, potentially 3. And I got to do an emblem giveaway. I'll do it in the post show. Yeah, Catastrophe stream is next Saturday though. So next, not this one, next one. So there is a little bit of news. That's it, though. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 135 of This Week at Shrouded. I was your host, Ed Greener. This over here is Mr. Rect, or down here, depending on what you're watching on. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And thanks for all your valuable information today. And yeah, I forgot how I do my outro. Anyway, we won't see you next week. We'll see you next year. Thanks for watching in 2025. And we're out.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.